Today, the theme is clarity at work, or more focused on how to make what people are responsible for and what your expectation from people much more visible. At work, apparently, this is one of the main reasons for conflict at work, ambiguity, and resolving this ambiguity or unclearness of who is responsible for not might be beneficial, because right now the market is spending or wasting around $500 billion a year for conflicts, for spending time on resolving conflicts. So what I want to discuss today is a concept that we are trying to push, which is functions. So in today's world, everything is defined as a role. You usually, before you hired, there is a role defined for you, and the role will define everything that you should do, usually how you should do it, and more or less that's all. This job description or role is published, and then you can read this job description when you're applying to a job. The job description obviously is going to be related to you, but it's going to be stored, hidden in one of worst case scenario HR cabinet, good case scenario HR systems like Workday or ADP, and that's where it's going to stay. And even if it's going to be available somehow, no one is going to keep it up to date, which means that after 3 to 6 months that you're in a company, what you're doing and what exists in the job description start to be more and more, so the job description start to be more and more unrealistic of what actually you are doing at work. So that's a scenario. Everyone live with it, everyone knows about it, and what we are trying to pitch is make it available. But making job description available won't help. It won't help from two reasons. It won't help because it's very hard to keep it up to date. And it won't help because it's not searchable or available. So I want to touch today the fact that it's very hard to keep it up to date. It's not just it's very hard to keep it up to date, it's also not construct in a way that it enable agility to organization to change internally. So job description are actually a collection of functions. Each and every function in job description is a certain responsibilities, usually related with a certain asset that someone is managing, that are provided to others within the organization. Job description tend to collect all of those functions together, so it will fill one guy full time. And actually sometimes you'll find out that the job description are tailored for people and not for what the organization need, but that's completely different problem. So what we suggest is, let's drop the job description and let's focus on functions. So collect all the accountabilities and that's related to an asset that one guy can provide. It doesn't need to capture all of his time, it can capture part of his time. And when you've done that, decide which people are going to fill which roles and give roles to people so it will fill their time. But one way or another, keep those functions small, because now you created a smaller Lego parts that will enable you and others in the future to construct new structures within the organization in a very simple and easy way. All you have to do is to move functions between people or to move functions between departments or to move functions between everything that you want. Obviously, if I mention functions and groups, a group should be a collection of functions that needed in order to reach a purpose that was defined. As simple as that. So back to our suggestion, drop job description. I think that I mentioned it more than once. Stick to functions. They're smaller, they're easier to maintain. The changes in function tend to be less common and often than the changes in job description. And it gives you building blocks that you can use to build completely different structures within your organization. That's all. Hope it helped. See you next time. Bye.